talk to you simply, hopefully with the Holy Spirit, and welcome you. This is going to sound a little weird, but I'm pulling strength from every single one of you. You're welcome. It's just so nice to have you here. It's kind of like looking out at 40 years of my life. I got to tell you, I was really angry with God. I really torqued. You know, you watch a loved one suffer, and you want to know why, and you know, while you're at it, you want to know why, you know, why there's pain and suffering and kids, and Matt reminded me. Matt said, you know, Dad, that's okay. I mean, he was the creator of the universe and everything. He can probably take it. He was right. But then if you weigh something, you have to weigh the other side of it, right? If you get angry for the things that don't work, you got to look at the things that work. Love, kids, family, commitment, relationship. This was when she got off a trampoline at SeaWorld. Okay? We'd gone there with the kids from Alaska, and they had a bungee jumping trampoline. And she said, God, I've always wanted to try that. And there was a family standing next to her. And they said, what time are you signing up for? We're going to come back and see that. But that's kind of how she was. I guess operationally, too, I want to take you through a couple of things. If you look at the quote on the bottom, "And spring is a new beginning," that's another one of those things God does. He slips in these little reminders from time to time. We were kind of laid-back hippies, or wannabe hippies, and we thought it'd be really cool to put a wedding invitation out there that wasn't like everybody's else. And there's my best man. And so we put on there, "And spring is a new beginning." We got married on May the 1st. The rest of this is very personal, things that she wrote going into the struggle. And coming out of it. We know there's a God because of things like my grandson waving at me, because of things like the people sitting next to you, because of the promise that we have, because of what this day represents and what tomorrow represents. And I want to thank you, and I want to welcome you. And Ginger is probably a little torqued she's not here, but I don't think so. I think she really is here. And she's here in each and every one of you, in the relationship, in the love that she had for you, and the love that we all have for each other. God bless you.
A couple of really special things happened right after Mama passed. One was the morning after. I just came across this yesterday, and I'm glad I wrote it down because it's one of those details you would have missed. Every morning, Josiah and I talk about dreams of the night, and I ask him if sometimes he dreams and sometimes he doesn't dream, but we always cover that in the morning. And so March 22nd, I said, "Do you have any dreams last night?" And he said, "Less." I said, what did you have a dream about?" "Gigi and Jesus." I said, "What were they doing?" "They were going." "Where were they going?" "They were going back, Mom." And it's just a reminder, for children, this is a very easy thing. The very young ones, they get it. They're fresh from eternity and they get it. For us, it's a little harder. And after my grandmother passed, goodness, almost 20 years ago, I had a very vivid dream. And in the dream, I got to ask her questions about heaven, and she answered me, and it was brought me a lot of comfort. And I was sitting next to Mama. She had been gone for about 2 hours, and I just wanted to be in the room with her. And I was nursing the baby, and Dad was on the phone, and she was in the hospital bed. And I was really hoping I was going to get to have something like that with Mom. And I was staring at the wall, and all of a sudden, there she was. And I was about 30 feet away, and I had a window into heaven, and she couldn't see me, but boy, did I see her. and her hair was long and blonde, and her head was thrown back, and she was laughing the brightest, loudest ginger laugh. And she had on this, I got to watch it for minutes, like for 15 minutes. People would come in and ask me questions, and I'd answer them, and I'd look back, and there it was in living color. And I thought, I need to catch all the details here. What dress is she wearing? And it was this great dress. But I couldn't catch the color because Jesus was standing like this, and he was going like this to her, and she was spinning, and every time she spun, the dress would change color. And I'm like, and what about the shoes? Because Mom was all about the shoes. What about the shoes? The shoes were doing the same thing. It was so cool. And there's this whole crowd of people behind her, you know, and the guys were down on front like on one knee, and everybody's hooting and hollering and whistling and laughing. They were having the best time. And of course there were flowers, and the people were like under a canopy of trees, but Mom and Jesus were like out in this clearing. And you want to know what Jesus was wearing? Because I saw it. So he had on these wide brown leg, these linen pants, no shoes, straight hem, white shirt. I saw it, guys. His sleeves were rolled up. He wasn't that tall. But Mom was. And he never took his eyes off of her. And Mom was very young and very old all at the same time. There were no cares on her face. It wasn't like you had a dream and you're like, well, I know that was them because it was them, but it didn't really look like them. No. It looked more like her than any face-to-face encounter, than any picture I've ever seen. It was my mama. And she was laughing. And somebody said, well, how do you know that was Jesus that she was dancing with? I wanted to say, well, because. I really thought about it. His eyes never left her. And I knew it was Jesus because it was all about him, and he was letting it be all about her. So with that vision of Mama in mind, we're now going to worship, because that was her favorite thing. So we invite you, you may sit and worship, you may stand and worship, but worship we will do.